Humane shut down the AI Pin on February 28, 2025. Customers who paid $700 were left with a useless piece of hardware. No refunds, just expensive e-waste. And here's the thing, the AI Pin wasn't a bad product because the AI was bad. It failed because building a device people use every day is completely different from building a device that demos well. Now OpenAI is jumping into hardware. They spent $6.5 billion acquiring Jony Ive's company. They are building a screenless AI device. And if you're wondering why they would do that after watching Humane crash, please subscribe, because the answer reveals something important about where AI products are actually heading. Also, if you want a full framework on AI GTM strategy, check out my upcoming book Orchestrate. Links is in the description. Let me show you the pattern. Humane AI Pin launched with massive hype, dead in less than a year. Rabbit R1 launched to huge pre-orders. Reviews were brutal. Usage dropped off a cliff. Friend Pendant criticized as creepy before it even shipped. These aren't failures because the technology doesn't work. They are failures because the product doesn't fit into anyone's life. Here is what actually kills AI devices. Problem number 1. There is no daily habit. The AI Pin could do a lot of things. Translate languages, take photos, answer questions, but none of those things are better than pulling out your phone. You need a must-have loop. Something people do every single day that your device handles better than the alternative. Alexa has one. Hands-free music and timers while you are cooking. That's why it's stuck around even though most people only use 5% of its features. The AI Pin didn't have one. It was a collection of cool features with no code loop. Problem number 2. The product weight is unclear. Is it a phone replacement, a phone accessory, a standalone device? If it's a phone replacement, it needs to do everything that your phone does, but better. That's a massive bar. If it's an accessory, people need to justify carrying another device, and wearing a camera that's always on, that's a tough sell. The positioning was fuzzy, and when positioning is fuzzy, adoption dies. Problem number 3, distribution is brutal. Hardware means inventory, manufacturing, logistics, returns. Humane reportedly had more daily returns than sales. That's not a product problem, that's a distribution death spiral. You cannot iterate like software. Every unit you ship costs real money. Every return costs more money, and if the product doesn't immediately click for people, you are burning cash with no way to fix it. Problem number 4. Trust breaks first. Humane shut down their servers. Every IP stopped working. Completely bricked. Now imagine you are a potential customer for the next AI device. Are you going to trust that it won't get shut down 6 months after you buy it? That's a trust problem. One high-profile failure makes the entire category look risky. So why is OpenAI trying hardware when everyone else is failing? Because they have something no one else has: distribution. ChatGPT has over 200 million weekly active users. That's not a product, that's a distribution channel. Most hardware companies die trying to find customers. OpenAI already has them. They're not starting from zero. They're selling to people who already use ChatGPT every day. People who already trust the brand. People who already have a habit. That changes the math completely. Here is how their GTM probably works. Step number 1, the device isn't standalone. It's an accessory to ChatGPT. You are not replacing your phone, you are adding a better interface for certain tasks. Maybe it's ambient, always listening. You talk to it without pulling out your phone. That's the wage. Step number 2, They don't need millions of users to succeed. Human needed massive adoption to justify the manufacturing cost. OpenAI can launch to their existing user base. Start small, iterate, expand. They are not betting on a new market, they are serving an existing one. Step number 3, the subscription is already there. ChatGPT Plus costs $20 a month. People are already paying. Add the device for $200 to $300 upfront. No new subscription, just hardware as a better interface to what you are already using. That's a much easier sale than buy this device and pay $24 per month for the service. Step number 4, they control the compute. This is subtle but huge. Human and Rabbit had to rely on third-party APIs. When costs went up or services changed, they had no control. OpenAI runs their own models. They control the infrastructure. They can optimize for their own device specifically. That means better performance, lower cost, more reliability. But here is what OpenAI still has to solve. Challenge number 1. What's the daily habit? Distribution gets you the first sale. Habit keeps people using it. If the device ends up in a drawer after 2 weeks, it doesn't matter how good the AI is. They need a must-have loop, something you do every day that's better on the device than on your phone. Challenge number 2, privacy and trust. The device is always on, always listening, collecting data to build a memory of your day. Google Glass failed partly because people hated the idea of being recorded, and that was 2013. Now we are more privacy conscious, and OpenAI already has trust issues around data uses. An always-on device from them, that's harder sell than it sounds. Challenge number 3, the interface has to be flawless. With a phone, if something doesn't work, you tap a button. With a screenless device, if it misunderstands you, there is no fallback. The voice interface has to be nearly perfect. The voice AI still makes mistakes. One person close to the OpenAI device project said the challenge is ensuring the device only chimes in when useful, preventing it from talking too much or not knowing when to finish the conversation. That's hard. ChatGPT already has this problem in text. Solving it in real-time voice, even harder. So here's the lesson for everyone building AI products. Distribution beats demos. Human had incredible demos. Rabbit had viral launch videos, but both failed because they couldn't turn demos into daily habits. OpenAI has distribution, but they still need to nail the habit. Models are commoditized now. Everyone has good AI. What wins is the interface layer, the part people touch every day. That's why OpenAI is building hardware. They are betting that owning the interface matters more than owning the model. And they might be right. Because if ChatGPT becomes the way you interact with AI all day through your phone, your computer, and the new device you wear, they own the customer relationship. Even if competitors have better models, OpenAI has the habit. AI devices do not fail because of AI, they fail because of habits, trust, and distribution. Human proved you can build amazing technology and still die in the market. OpenAI has advantages no other hardware company has, but they still have to solve the same core problems. What's the daily habit? How do you earn trust with an always-on device? How do you make the interface feel natural instead of intrusive? If they crack those, they don't just have a device, they have the next interface layer for AI. And that's worth a lot more than a gadget. Thank you so much for watching. If you want more on AI GTM strategy and how products actually get adopted, subscribe. And please check out my upcoming book Orchestrate in the description for the full framework on building AI products that people actually use. See you next time.